Welcome to Friday night. It is 8:58 and I am going to log on here just a couple minutes early so that whoever wants to join us will already find me here waiting for them. So if you are already popped in, welcome. We'll get started in just, about a minute and a half. So just get comfortable wherever you are and hopefully we'll have a few more friends join us. There's another. Hello. Welcome to Friday night. We are going to hang out here for just a bit and we'll get started in about a minute or so. As you are popping in, I do want to thank you for not only joining me, but for setting aside time for yourself. This will not take us very long tonight, but I promise you it will be worth your time to draw away from whatever you've been doing and just come and be present for just a little bit of time. So there's the clock turning 8:59. So we've got just about a minute to go. So you just stay logged on. If you need to close the door, find a spot to be, whatever you need to do to get situated and ready, we'll get started very, very shortly. Got more friends popping on, joining us. Welcome. Friday night meditation. We're going to start in about half a minute. So just get situated wherever you have found yourself, at home, in the car, wherever you are. Just find you a spot, maybe close the door, keep the family, the dog, whoever away for just a little bit. And then we're going to get started. And yeah, just a few more seconds. We're almost ready. So we are at 7 tonight. We'll give them a few more seconds in case we have another one or two that want to pop in and join us. But I do want to thank you for making time for yourself tonight. I promise not to take too much of your time, but I do also promise you that it will be worth the time that you're spending. All right, so it is officially 9. Let's get started. So wherever you have found yourself, the first thing I want you to know is that this is your meditation practice. There's not a right spot to be. I was in the kitchen the other day doing meditation with you guys. So there's not a perfect place or a perfect time. And so I want you to experience over these days lots of different situations and times of days and kinds of guided meditation until you begin to find your rhythm and your flow of finding that present still moment. Sometimes it might speak to you a little more than others, but my goal is that we come together and we just spend time being present. All right. So tonight I want you either just to sit or lie down. You can lie on your back, your side, your belly. You can sit however you want to sit. I just need you to become still. And once you've found some stillness, just get comfortable, work out any little kinks that you need to. And tonight's focus is going to be a guided meditation that will begin to activate those sleep hormones in your mind, in your body, and release the stress so that you can actually begin to find good rest tonight. That's the goal. Not while we're meditating, but after we're finished. So from wherever you are, let's just close our eyes and just breathe a couple breaths right here. Just begin to draw yourself into the space where you are, whatever spot you found yourself in tonight. Just draw yourself in. Imagine a very small space around you. Don't think about everything that's out there that's not part of us right now. Just let all of those things kind of dim in the background and just be present right here. And as you sit there with your eyes closed, I want to tell you just a quick story because tonight's meditation is about learning how to let go to find rest. And so it's a story about a very young monk. And so one day he and his fellow monks were at a conference together. They were learning, they were doing all these things, and they'd had a long, hard day. And so they took a walk along the coast where they had found themselves at this retreat that they were at. And they got to the edge of the water and they looked out and it looked so inviting and they were so tired. But they also had some protocols that they needed to follow. And so most of them stood by the shore and just waited and watched. But one young monk, he couldn't wait. And so he couldn't stop himself. He took off his robes and he began to wade out into the sea. And he waded out farther and farther. And the water was so refreshing and felt so great after a long, hard day. But the farther he got out, he began to notice that there was a current, an undertow that was pulling him. And as he began to fight against it, it pulled him more. And so it pulled, and he began to get more and more tired. And this undertow began to get stronger and stronger. And it seemed like the more he fought, the stronger it became. And then all of a sudden, somewhere in his mind, he went back to those young days when he had swimming lessons as a young boy. And the instructor told him that if you ever get into a situation where you feel an undertow pulling you, you need to just let go and go with the flow. And while it seemed almost irrational to do that, this young monk realized that was his only option. He was running out of energy. And so he began to breathe more deeply. He began to stop the fighting with his arms, stop moving the legs, stop flailing his body, and he just let his body begin to float and go with the flow. And all of a sudden, everything began to relax. And that undercurrent, that tow that was pulling him out to sea, began to release its grip. And all of a sudden, the water began easing him back toward the shore. And as he got toward the shore, he sat there on the beach and he realized what a lesson for life this is. And so I want you to think about that young monk as I share these words with you tonight. We are all in situations where we feel like the undertow is pulling us and it's got a grip on us and we are fighting against it. We fight physically, we fight mentally, emotionally, spiritually until we are exhausted. So wherever you are, I want you just to turn loose of any muscles that you have engaged. Let them all go. Physically, stop holding on. Stop the fighting. Stop the grip. Stop the exertion. And just breathe. Bring yourself into this present moment. And when you become present and you become still, that undercurrent has a much harder time getting a hold of you. And so I want to share with you some affirmations that I think will encourage us as we go through this night. We try to find sleep and we focus on the here and now. So just stay very still right where you are. And before I share these, just picture that young monk out in the water that was so enticing and so beautiful and so refreshing, and that became so dangerous for him in a matter of seconds. Just picture him. We've all been there. We all see things, we want things, we desire things sometimes that are good for us. But then all of a sudden, the twists and turns of life come and it just becomes too much. So now picture him looking back toward the shore. And I want you to visualize that shore for yourself. What does it look like? What does your refuge, your safety look like? And listen to these words as you imagine that shore. I am here right now, and all that matters for me is this moment. I am here right now, and all that matters is this moment. I am in the right place at the right time for me. I am in the right place at the right time for me. I do the very best I can with every moment I am given. I do the very best I can with every moment I am given. As I remain present, my future will open up with infinite possibilities. As I remain present, my future will open up with infinite possibilities. I am present and I feel whole. I am present and I feel whole. This moment contains clarity and truth just for me. This moment contains clarity and truth just for me. I'm grateful for this moment and I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for this moment and I am grateful for my life. As I breathe out the past, I breathe in my present. As I breathe out yesterday, I breathe in right here and now. Breathe in. Feel the life that it gives you in the same way that that shore gave assurance to that monk. Breathe in again. Feel the clarity that it gives you. the same way that that shore gave clarity to that young monk. Breathe in one more time. Feel the peace that it gives you. The same peace that young man felt when he saw the shore getting closer and closer. So as you sit or lie there, I want you to picture that shore just one more time. The shore for you, what does it look like? Don't look behind at what you've let go of. Don't look behind at the things that have pulled you, fought for your attention. Look to the shore. Be here. Be now. Live in this moment. Embrace it and experience the peace that it has for you. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out completely. 2 more. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out completely. Last one. Breathe in deeply. Breathe it out completely. And then bring your hands to heart center. Just bow your head gently toward them. Tell yourself once more, I am present. I am whole. Namaste. Thank you for your time, but mostly thank you for the time that you gave yourself. When it starts to feel like it's too much, you just picture that young monk and you keep your vision, your focus on the shore. And most of all, you keep breathing. I'll see you next time. Good night.